Is that LP?
What you want to know about me, son? You know I'm an open book.
I want to know it all.
Okay, that was weird.
That's a little weird, but fuck it. You know, we're gonna keep rolling with it. We're gonna keep rolling with it.
Like, we were joking before, like people think I'm like 30 or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's just the 19 years.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Cut that shit. Cut that shit. Like.
What's up, y'all? It's your homie Dan from Sounds of the Cosmos. This is the Sounds of the Cosmos podcast. Once again, in the flesh. I got the one and only
Lance fucking Prince.
Get the fuck out of here.
Lance Prince.
Get the fuck out of here. This is the homie Lance Prince.
Love Dano, bro.
I love Lance, bro. Lance, we done a few records here at the studio and whatnot, man.
Yep.
It's the dope artist, dope individual. I love his energy. You can't get away from it. It's absolutely infectious.
Thank you,
He has
brother.
this dope ass tagline called "Is that LP?"
I appreciate that one. I like what the fuck, Lance. I like that one.
What the fuck, Lance?
That one's my favorite one.
I love that shit, bro. That shit is so dope.
Yeah, I was like sitting in my mom's piano studio with Daisy. I was like one of our creative directors. I was like, I need a artist tag, so I put up voice memos in front of her, and I was like, all right, just record something for the next 2 minutes. And she just kept going over and over different things, and she got a little annoyed at me here and there, but you know, we have that type of relationship, and she understands, and I have a goal, and we both have goals, and we all have goals here. So she helped out, and you know, I chopped it in. She didn't like it at first, but then after seeing your edit, she really loves it.
Is that LP?
Yeah, she you could tell she really loves it. I mean, I hope I'm not speaking for her, but yeah.
Oh yeah, what the fuck, Lance?
What the fuck, Lance? Yeah, shout out Daisy.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to the homie Lance. Shout out to Daisy too.
Yeah,
as
shout
well
out
for
the Winner
for
Table
tag.
LLC.
The Winner
The
Table
fucking
LLC.
team is building.
Yep. Tell them about it, bro.
We got Lena production management. Yo, shout out Lena. We got our models. We got our stylist Leia and our scout Jada. Yeah, I could keep going. We got DJs, camera ladies, and camera guys, and everything. That we really appreciate your help, guys. And we got Dano and Jeff. We really gotta show the appreciation. 2 different studios, 2 different locations, but really gotta show the love. Shout out Sounds of Cosmos being the best place to fucking work out of 18-hour sessions. Let's grind. Let's fucking do that shit.
18-hour session. If you want to be here for 27 hours straight recording music,
this is
the place to do.
But you gotta have money, of course. I mean, you gotta bring bread. Dano doesn't do this for free. Feel me? Gotta bring the bread.
You blame me? No, you can't. But you know, the value that you get here is you get a lot of things here. You know, in terms of value. That's why I always pride myself in providing value to people that need services. So if you need my services, you're going to get the most amount of value for whatever price.
Absolutely. Especially at this place. Yeah.
With
Dan.
Yeah. I'll always.
Yo, I can't wait to work with. Well, what's your name one more time? Drew, bro. I can't wait to work with you. I'm gonna get your IG. Hear you making beats.
Yo, shout out to Drew behind the camera.
Shout out
Yo,
Drew
pop in the camera real quick.
Behind the camera. I always love showing. Gotta share the roses.
It's the homie Drew.
What's going on, y'all? I'm back in the.
He's back in this.
Nah, bro. I own this shit. You know what I mean?
He owns the fucking camera.
Bro, yeah, I'm the cameraman. Shout out, bro. Shout out Dan, of course.
Oh, for sure.
First and foremost, and yeah, upwards and onwards.
Get your ass behind the camera, nigga. So I'm fucking with you, bro. But yeah. So yeah.
It's always the camera guys that get the most flag, but then once they're in front of the couch, they're no longer camera guys. So then they get the chance to
Yeah. Talk shit about y'all. They record me, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fucking. Record me, nigga. Bro, let's get into it, bro.
Ask me some hard hitting questions. Bro.
Hard hitting questions. All right, cool.
Bro. What you want to know about me, son? You know I'm an open book.
I want to know it all.
Okay. That was weird.
That's a little weird, but fuck it. You know, we're gonna keep rolling with it. I'm gonna ask just this simple question because I don't know. Like I said, I've gotten to meet the homie Johnny first before I officially met you. So I never even actually had this conversation with you. But how did you even get into music in the first place?
That's a
Like,
great
what
question.
happened? What started it?
You know, I be thinking about it even through a lot of conversations through different podcasts, and like the best way to sum it up is, you know, I had always interest in, you know, writing poetry here and there. You know, I was very enveloped within martial arts. My parents put me through fighting, which correlates within the realm of, you know, doing what I deemed difficult. You feel me?
Nice.
So, you know, and then I was also included in the arts through as a child. I did piano and saxophone and all that. But
You did sax too?
yeah,
I got a
yeah.
saxophone in the corner over here, nigga. Why didn't you say nothing?
I mean, I'm just like a little bit weird about it because I was seen as a geek in high school because
Fuck
I played.
outta here.
Yeah, so I quit the saxophone. So for years in high school, I didn't have really anything. I didn't know what I loved other than I loved to listen to hip hop. So I'd work out. I fell in love with bodybuilding. But one thing I started to notice a pattern of was the music I'd listen to was what drove me to get to even the MMA. Like, so even my first MMA fight. So they all connect because me doing the impossible led me to being able to do the industry, right? Like I'm like,
Yep,
oh damn,
yep.
I could face the industry. Here we go. And then the other way around, the music was what carried me through the camps, the training.
Yep, yep.
You know, backstage. That's all that was plugged in. You know, music the whole time. But even carrying it back a little bit, 2020 was really where it started, which was COVID. I'm like lying on the floor, high on like weed and alcohol, and that's how it started.
Crossfaded.
I was crossfaded. I was like 17 still at the time, so I'm not pushing for this. It's not good stuff. But you know, my parents then find out, take me to the doctor, thinking something's wrong with me, and instead of a medical card, they prescribe pills.
Oh.
So, you know, doctor looks at my parents, be like, "Yo, you know, this he could get addicted to this too." And soon I'm doing not only weed, alcohol, but I'm also popping benzodiazepines.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so now, but throughout this whole time, the only thing that I leaned on because there was nothing going on during COVID was that and making music. So I'd be up till like 6, 7 a.m. and then I'd fall asleep, wake up at like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., you know, humming something in my head. I'd go right back into it, pop more, drink. It was a really self-destructive cycle, you know, and that I attribute to lack of, you know, uh, survival, you know, a lack of needing for survival, right? Like when you're comfortable, you're in your house, you know, lack of things to do, right? Especially the fact that COVID, that didn't help. I was a very driven by action type of person.
Yeah, yeah.
So it really put me on hold. So that was kind of my dilemma. No excuse, but
Exactly.
that's where I was at. And music still carried me through that.
Right.
A year later, so after quitting, a year later, fall back under pills again. And the MMA fight was what really pulled me out of pills. After the MMA fight, I did a kickboxing fight, blew out my ACL, MCL, and I was making music the whole time. And I'm like, well, if this ain't working, this is working.
Yeah, exactly.
So here we go.
You might as well, yeah.
Now we're going this way. So went to college for it, entered that field. So I was able to meet people, connect more, break certain boundaries in my head. I did musical theater. I did 2 plays.
Right.
I even did ballet classes, which led me to do a bachata dance at the end of the semester with the girls. Like they're beautiful girls, right? Like, and yeah, and here I'm a part of this community. You build these relationships. Being friends with those dancers led us to now having relationships with some of the best dancers. Shout out Alana Dances. She's
Alana Dances. Shout out to Alana Dances.
She just turned 23 and she's a dancer in Jersey, New York, and she's like one of the best. She runs her own school, and all of the dancers pretty much know her, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like these connections led me to these connections. You know, if it weren't for college, I really attribute all that. But you know, now I've slowly strayed off into here we are in the career. I'm trying to keep up with college. I need to finish that, but here we are. This is I met Johnny a year ago. Did my first ever open mic ever like performing my music
ever.
Yeah, like, and that was when I met Johnny, and that was now here we are like a year later. I'm an X-Men. Like obviously just off of what I told you, like COVID didn't help, but I'm a doer and shit. Once you let a line out its cage, bro, like all hell break loose.
All hell break loose. Yeah.
Type shit. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and I love that you would be able to like really like because that's like shit like that is really tough on your mental. You know, it's dope that you were be able to come out of that. You know,
It
come
was
out
an
of
internal journey. It was a
yeah,
weird
it
one.
was like it's like a lot of internal shit. Like the internal shit is really the most difficult. Like you know, everybody goes through everything, and I'm not disvalidating everybody else's experiences, but the mental is probably one of the strongest battlefields you could fight on.
Complacency was my battle.
Yeah, bro.
And it's weird
Listen.
because people don't like understand that battles come in different forms.
Yeah,
You know, if the physical could be the metaphysical or the metaphorical, whatever you want to call it.
right.
So, you know, that was in my own physical, mental prison in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and I did that. I accentuated it in the physical form by taking these things, and it didn't allow me to move any faster. That for sure wasn't the case. You know, I, if anything, saw more improvement. I did more with my life when I wasn't on those pills.
Right.
Yeah. So you know, all of these things led to it. I like to say this is my favorite quote. It's like, because my first MMA fight was really the testament to it. Like, you throw yourself into the ocean, into the deep waters, and you see how badly you really want to swim. So it's like one of
Yeah.
those things. Like, you really want to kill yourself? All right, let's see. Like, throw yourself into the deep waters, and you'll see how badly your physical like won't be like, fuck
Fuck
you.
you,
Like,
fuck
I'm gonna stay alive.
Yeah, I'm staying
bro.
alive. Yeah.
So it's like, all right. I saw that in my MMA fight because I'm thinking I'm like this guy that got nothing to lose. But I got in that cage. I remember thinking like, oh fuck, like this guy could take my head off. So
Yeah,
I got to take his head off, and I got everything to lose. The fuck, like let's go, let's fucking
Let's
go.
do this
And
shit. Yeah.
yeah, and that snap, that switch of like, holy fuck, like I gotta appreciate things more. I gotta appreciate myself. I gotta appreciate my accomplishment, who I am, how I'm able to get here, all of these things. So.
Right.
That's again how I'm able to be and who I am today. People, like, we were joking before, like people think I'm like 30 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'm not
think
gonna
it's
front.
just the
You look 30.
19 year.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the 19-year-old, 18-year-old self. I guess if it weren't for COVID, you know, I guess thank you COVID for giving me that moment of like, what the fuck am I gonna do with myself? Because I actually wanted a better purpose, like a bigger purpose than just being a. Originally, I was just gonna be a personal trainer or a physical therapist or some sort.
Right.
But I mean, even that shit, like that does help people, and that does, you see, so it reflects in my personality. But to me, it was like fighting scams. It was like keto diet, this, fasted this, do this, pill that, drink
Yeah.
this, and I'm like, bro, like if anything, that means I'm just who could scam who better, and I wasn't really about to enter that battle. So it was really next was like whose art is better or whose fight is better. So it really in that sense, but that still encompasses art. So I'm an artist. I'm just, you know, when people ask me, where are you? I'm an artist. But yeah, again, like all of this, all of these journeys, all these things, that's what led me to be a 22-year-old, about to turn 23.
30-year-old
Fucking,
man.
yeah, 30-year-old man. Shit, bro. I mean, shit. I'm gonna be 23 and famous, and people gonna be looking at me and being like, "Damn, how did he do it?" But you guys could be the testament to understanding that, damn, this kid like worked his ass off like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he did more in his lifetime before he hit 20 than he, you know what I'm saying? Than most people could fathom when they hit 50.
Exactly. And I definitely seen. I've seen like you do your thing, like you know through the lens of Instagram. Like even before like I officially met you guys. Like I seen you guys doing whatever with Mad Minds, hopping off the buses and all with all the girls and whatnot. I was like, who the fuck are these niggas? I'm like,
Type
this shit is
shit.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I peeped, but I was like, all right, we're you know we'll cross paths one day eventually, maybe, I don't know. But here you are.
Right,
You know what I'm
and you
saying?
could see what led to that buzz, right? Like, well,
Yeah.
it's a hard work. It's just
Yeah.
the back end that nobody really sees, nobody understands. It's all that communication, all that hard work, all that making sure these things are gonna happen at the right time, and
Right.
are we all on the right track? Are we all on the right page? You know, and that doesn't happen from me chilling.
No, it fucking it
Yeah.
definitely does not, bro. I think I even said it yesterday, but you know what you invest is literally what you get back. So if you put nothing in, you're not going to get anything back. And then if you put 1%, 10%, 1,000% in, you know, depending on the stock, you're going to get a dividend. You're going to get whatever back, and whatever you get back is what you get back. You know what I'm saying?
Something for you, the artists, anyone listening. You have a business of your own, even you, bro. Like, ex of mine once told me something real great. She was like, "This is an asset that will never lose value, unless, of course, you know, you have fucking controversies and shit or get canceled. I mean, but in reality, it can only go up.
Honestly,
Yeah, or it stagnates, but in reality, like from especially the beginnings, it's always gonna just go up until you also make money. Like there's something to it, especially if you just keep putting into it persistency.
Exactly.
And I mean, in all honesty, I'd rather go broke investing into myself than
Oh,
you know what I'm saying.
listen, I've done it, bro. I've done it. I went broke over this shit plenty of times. That subwoofer you see on the floor, bro. That was my last $80. Actually, no, that was 100. I was like 180 something, 180 something. That was my last my last $180 for 2 weeks straight. I bought that shit. I didn't know how the fuck I got to work, but I got to work. So if you willing to go broke over this shit, bro, I've been like not to talk about me so much, but I've been at the bottom of the barrel. I quit my job for like 6 months trying to do this on my own, and I was successful for like some months. And then there's 1 month where everybody's shit got done, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Right.
Like, yo, hey, you guys need any more studio time? I'm like, no, all my tracks done for now. I'm gonna hit you up in 6 months. I'm like, nigga, damn.
6
All
months,
right,
yeah,
shit.
nah, yeah.
So I've went broke. I've lost credit cards. I've lost. I damn near lost my second car over this shit. Just due to the fact that I could not handle the insurance, or I almost lost the computer because I couldn't make the payments on that motherfucker. So you got to go broke over this shit sometimes.
Yeah, bro. I
You know
mean,
what I'm
if you
saying?
really do want it, you'll take it serious. You'll go for it. What's that quote? It's like you're not broke. It's that's like what mentality? What Johnny is? You know it better. Like
So I think it was from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think one of them is supposed to be a mindset, either broke or poor, and then one is like actual like a situation. You know what I mean? That you
right,
can
right.
fix.
right, and
The homie Johnny Walker again.
and in a way, like if it's just a situation, then it forces you. If you're working, if you have that mindset, it's gonna force you to maybe find something that will make you more money. You'll find a way to make more money. It puts you in a place where, well, if I do this, then I need to go find a way to make more money, or do this.
Exactly, exactly.
We're hustling in some form or fashion to get to the place we want to.
To the next level, yeah, and that's all it's about, dude. It's just hustle. You hustle. Like some people don't like hustling. Like, sometimes I'm not gonna front. Sometimes I don't even like hustling, but I know if I don't do it, ain't shit gonna happen. I know that for a fact because at one point I wasn't really doing shit. I'm sitting here thinking that shit's supposed to fall to my lap. Nah, that's not how that should work. It doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work. You have to get up and go get it. Shit ain't gonna fall. I always tell everybody, God is not a genie. So you praying for $1 million, God's gonna give you a way to provide yourself with $1 million. Not, if we want to fairy our parents, he would have got us some. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, shit. We have to meet them halfway or 85% of the way. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that, you got to go get it.
You got yeah, man. You've inspired me just from your dedication, just watching you like
Oh shucks.
sit there and like
Oh,
you're like hearing us like this, and you're like still locked in on it. I'm like, damn, like he's a real one. Like it puts a perspective on a person.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, I got the one thing I gotta say about both of y'all, you are very versatile. Like even with the couple records that we've done, like I don't know if I can say the titles of the tracks, like Price of Love, the ADHD to Manifest. Like I think I even told you that yesterday.
Yeah.
That was like a crazy. Like I'm just like these like 3 different worlds, and then I think you still have a couple other tracks that you showed me too.
Right, Take Me Away, the Nigerian.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker's on everything. I'll be blasting that shit in the car on my way to work.
There's another one. So my first ever doing a reggae Nigerian was Cuddle Me. That was shout out Busy Aski, Justin, Marco. It was back when I had the crew Brothers Like Me. It was like a music group per se, And what you call it, Cuddle Me was, they sent the beat. They were like, this is what you got to do, and I heard the Nigerian beat. I'm like, what I hear is a Nigerian accent right now because I don't know what to do on this.
Yeah.
So I wrote it in a Nigerian accent. So the way I wrote it was like, I like to be free, wanna be my wife. Right? and then when I went into the studio, I was like, let me just spit it like that.
Yeah.
Because I thought they'd find it funny.
Yeah.
And they did, but then they're like, dog, like that's
Don't do that.
right. Do it in your normal voice, but say the same bars in the same, in the same cadence. And it was like, I like to be free. You want to be my wife. I like your coochie. Don't want to see you cry. Dealt with my demons like how you treat guys.
You gotta send me that song. Too.
Yeah,
You gotta send me
so
that song too.
it really just comes down to like if you just kind of feel the energy of the song. So in reality, it was a Nigerian beat. So I had to kind of tap into that, but be me.
Right.
And so that's what I realized. I could do that on any fucking beat. So that's where that manifests, where it's a
Yeah, yep.
UK drill beat. I hear, obviously, a UK voice,
Mhm.
but I'm not UK, so I'm not going to be singing it in a UK
UK
voice.
voice, yeah.
But I wrote it
in
in
that
a
fashion.
UK voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You killed that shit. You
Right.
killed that shit. Like that's probably one of my second favorite mixes that I gotten from you. Besides, fuck, I forgot the name
what's
of
the first one? What's
The first one was, the first one. Nah, Manifest is my favorite for me.
You're about to get 4 banger. Vanity is really my favorite one that you're about to get.
Nice. Yes.
Put me on a
Yes.
map. Yeah, no, there's a lot of tracks that we're about to send to Dan. We're about to work on 9 songs with Dan and
For 24 hours straight, no
Bro,
shower,
type.
no food,
Guys,
no
you gotta
coffee,
understand. You gotta understand the hard work we put behind this shit.
water and push-ups.
We
That's
did an
all.
18-hour session where it was just off Red Bulls and push-ups, bro.
Red Bulls and push-ups. That's it, and water.
Yeah, I think I did go insane that night.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna front. I definitely started tweaking out to myself. Like,
Yeah, nah, you get to see a different side of artists, but you know you could
Yeah.
also see the truer side because you could have seen my piece of shit side, which doesn't exist, and then you know what I'm saying. But like that could have occurred through a tired version of an
exactly.
individual. But no,
Exactly.
Johnny just gets sleepy. I just get more excited.
Yeah, he definitely. Bro, you definitely knocked out in the chair a few times. This
And
thing
then,
is sad.
yeah, Dan gets sleepy, and that's really where we're at. That's
Yo,
that's
bro,
how we are.
I'm not gonna front. I definitely got that big ass session we had. I definitely got sleepy a couple times. I remember one of y'all were explaining some shit to me, and my ass was like,
Right. And I mean, like, and I could only imagine what Travis Scott would have done in those shoes. This motherfucker be yelling at his engineer and shit.
yeah,
Like,
yo,
cut that shit. Cut that shit. Like, this motherfucker crazy,
yo, shout out
bro.
to Travis Scott, but don't be yelling at me, my nigga.
This
Like,
guy, yeah, I've
don't
heard
be yelling
bad
at me, my
things, and I
nigga.
really like him, bro. So I'm really,
Yeah.
it's upsetting. I have to mention it, bro. It's upsetting.
Listen. A big fan of Travis Scott. Don't be yelling at me, my nigga.
Yeah, tell you
Look,
shit, bro. Me too,
don't
bro.
be
I
doing
hope
it.
when I meet this
What you
motherfucker,
say?
bro.
Let me grab
this
this
man,
fucking. Let me grab this EQ real quick
Yeah,
and smack your ass
yeah,
with
tell
it.
you shit, bro. Yo, nah, he might smack you with his laptop.
With his
This
laptop.
motherfucker-
My yard, nigga. I'll pick this board up and drop it on your toes.
No, it's all love though. I just
Nah, it is all love.
I
but
just
still.
hope it's like genuine respect in the industry,
for
but we
sure,
obviously don't understand it till we're there. So we'll see it. We'll see it at the
we'll
top.
see it. We'll see it eventually and stuff like that. So, what are your inspirations in music? Like, who inspired you? Like,
Yeah,
I have to know that.
well, that being Travis Scott is the number one.
Travis
so
Scott. Shout out to Travis Scott.
that's why I have to mention it because it's like I don't represent that personality whatsoever. Like him being a piece of shit, like that's crazy. That's crazy. But you know, I fuck with Kanye West. You know, like his music inspired me heavily.
I'm gonna be an asshole and say what version of Kanye West we talking about.
Honestly, like every album I could fuck with a good amount of the songs. Like I could name like 3 or 4.
What do you think about his recent allegations? Not allegations, but recent talks.
You know what?
In the works of all that.
You know
what do you think about
I'm
all
gonna
that?
say that I am an artist, so I understand how to separate the artist from the personality. So that's why when
Yeah.
I come from like even Travis Scott, it's like, listen, that's why I said I don't represent the personality, right? Like, but I understand. I fuck with the art, and to the point of like, shit, I'm like got my EQ set similar to his. So
Yeah, that's why I fuss with you because a lot of people cannot separate the artist from the music. I'm going to go on a whim and say it. Like some people can't separate R. Kelly from the music. Sometimes I could be like that sometimes myself. Sometimes, Rawway is tripping.
guys,
Yeah.
we're in Rahway, New Jersey, and it seems like
My nigga,
Rahway crazies.
the Rawway crazy.
Some crackhead just started running out.
What I don't know what the fuck, like I'm right in front of the train station, so I don't know what the fuck. There's always some shit going on over here. Somebody getting the ticket, somebody yelling. There was an accident over here in front of the train station the other day, and this guy,
right in front of the train station,
right in front of the
too.
train
It's like-
station, and this guy. Like I'm telling all the person did was it was a little small fender bender, boom, and the guy was in the car. He looked back, he was like, "My back!"
Oh my god.
So, all right. So, what was the last question I asked you? I think I asked you your inspiration.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Yeah. Who?
I mean, I guess J.
fired
Cole really was the artist that started me off, like in a sense of like I was listening to his albums from start to finish, and
Right.
during COVID,
Right.
and yeah, man, like something like there was a moment I just like got up and I was like, fuck, like he's just talking about how he feels. It's really just that easy. So I pulled up Audacity because I remembered back in 7th grade, like back in like a tech art class, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They would do like,
Audacity.
yeah, they would have different tech things, stations, and so one of it was Audacity learning. And so I was like, I already know a little bit of what to do on it, so I understood it. Dragged file, and I started with slowed and reverb shit. So I just slowed and reverbed it. I was like, oh, I fuck with this because I was enjoying it. I was high as fuck. And yeah, and then after that, I was like, shit, well, let me try to put a vocal now over it. And then after that, I'm like, oh shit, then let me find a beat. And then I put a beat behind
The beat, yep.
it. And then I started trying to, and then I started with like just spitting other people's lyrics just to start finding like flows and cadences.
Exactly.
And then yeah, and then something just started to click within the past. I would say honestly, it only started to click within the past year. Like my rhythm of writing music, maybe a past year or two. But that's really, but before that, it was really just like still figuring things out, figuring out my flow, cadence. But J. Cole was really the starter to that.
Pioneer to all that.
Yeah. I don't really listen to him much even anymore, but I got to give him credit. He's amazing.
Yeah. J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole. Yo, if you're watching, bro, shout out to you, bro. You big old shout out to J. Cole.
Yo, this is perfect. Like the amount of names we've mentioned in this is so clippable, and you could just on shorts, you'd be like,
oh yeah,
he hates J. Cole.
He hates
Exclamation
J. Cole.
point.
And then if, yo, this just be so misleading, bro. I'm like, what do you mean he hates J. Cole?
Exactly, and then
so
you
I
click it,
and then and then the guy's talking good about him, and I'm like, this nigga does not hate J. Cole. This is a waste of my time.
Exactly. Well, you know what? That's how it works, and then they still like it because they forget about the title sometimes, and they're just like, so there's that too. And you gotta. There's like a little algorithmic. I might as well tell us the secrets. If you do like instead of 15 seconds, if you do about 30 seconds or more, again, they're gonna forget the title. So.
See, there you go.
And they're engaged in. You just got more watch time. And with more watch time, you're pushed a little more. And it's all these little things. Yeah, so use those shorts. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. So actually, how do you feel about like that? Word. How do you feel about the fact that everybody's attention span now isn't great anymore due to like technology?
I think it's the food, but it's the food we eat. Yeah, it's the food we eat, and then the technology is just like
not helping.
No. It's like it's a product of the fucking brain that was created. Like only a person with a mind like that created something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so they've been eating the same shitty ass Cheetos that have Red 40 in it too. So you know what I'm saying? And
the fuck is Red 40?
You feel me? Red 40.
Yo, Red 40 sounds fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, all these different chemicals, they all give these attention deficit disorders, and then you have TikTok apps that obviously if it's a lot of people also have it and they're also feeding it. Of course, it's like they're gonna make more apps. They'll make reels. They'll make shorts on the YouTube.
Blue 27.
Right. So at this point, like, what can I say other than maybe a lot of the people we trust in are failing us. Other than that, I don't think it has anything to do with the people's attention spans. In that sense, like we just might as well. All right, that's what just happened. This is what happened. People are a little bit shorter on the attention, so we just gonna adapt to it. We're gonna do a minute 30 song this time, and if anything, shit is easier on me.
Right. That's crazy.
Less verse to write and less to think about, and then we just push it off from there. I mean, you just got to think of the positives. I mean, same with the videos. I guess less worry for the content for me, or on the latter, you could, on videos, you could understand and make them into short form so that when you have a video now, that could be turned into short. So now you're just thinking double, right? Like now you have double the content, right? So it's really, you just go around it and you're just like, all right, that's cool. That's just what people are. That's what they're consuming. But until they understand that's what they're eating, I swear, bro, if they started eating healthier, people's minds would slow down and everybody would probably just not be into that.
Yo, I was actually going to go on a juice fast. I was actually going to go on a straight up juice fast for like 60 days.
Good luck with that. I mean, you're thin too. I would say that would be easier for a person with more body fat too.
Yeah, that shit about to hurt. I already know that shit about to hurt.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do going to the gym, all that shit. I don't even know how that shit's
and your stomach gonna shrink. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Fuck.
It's tough. And people have died of malnutrition from things like that. So that's why I'm telling you, like all these fads on fucking like the best fad is like understanding your ancestral background and maybe understanding how they hunted and etc. That's your best bet on like if you're a farmstead type,
We don't have
like,
to really worry
you know,
about it.
wherever, yeah. Look at where your heritage is. If you're like from Africa or versus my heritage from Russia, so
Mhm.
like maybe they hunted more because it's colder there, and same in the deserts, right? Or I don't know, North America would be different, but my point being is they didn't eat all day until they had meat. So they ate berries during the day, or maybe they had bread because of the difference in wherever they were,
Exactly.
or you know. So these types of concepts is the best way to look at your dieting versus intermittent fasting. This, that, it's all just fake, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have my opinions about it. I have my opinions.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Smart as shit. He's smart as shit.
Yeah, dude, I was really into fitness. I did 3 bodybuilding shows, and then
Oh, wow.
in order to do my MMA fight, I had to lose 20 pounds in a week. So I really have to understand my body.
20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, my dumbass.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it was. You know what? You're
Crazy.
right. It could have been just muscle at that point, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was already thin. I was ready. Whatever. I stepped on the scale on the Sunday before the Saturday of my MMA fight, and I'm like 174. Fuck, I thought I was like 168 the other day. Like fuck, like I gotta go 20 more pounds down.
Fuck.
Till Saturday, 155 was the target, and yeah, so I lost all the way up until like I that Thursday, so 2 days before the fight, I was weighing at 160, 162.
Dang.
And then I already knew from there that from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's from there. It's the water that I got to cut out. So I put on sauna suits. It was 90 degrees outside. I would bike
God.
for miles. I would sit outside in the sauna, meditate, just keep sweating. And I'd go quickly
Yeah.
take a hot shower. And I would be dragging myself in the house at some points, bro. Like,
Fuck.
yeah, so those types of things, man. Like, but you have to understand what you kind of also have to really listen to your body and understand these things and understand like how. So throughout the week, I knew my body reacted to eggs and chicken really well because it was good. It gave me energy,
Exactly.
but I also metabolized it really quick versus any other meat for some reason or anything else. So I stuck to eggs and chicken, and even that I started cut into just eggs, just eating eggs, and then by that point, by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it was just water. And
Wow.
the Friday, I had a water bottle into Saturday that I poked a hole in because I remembered it from my bodybuilding shows.
You
You
want
know,
to get, put no water weight on.
yeah. So I just had
Yeah.
all I had was water for the next day until I weighed on the scales at 154 point something. I remember it was,
Wow.
and I was so relieved. And yeah,
Wow.
so it's those kinds of things, bro. Like you have to really understand your body. I don't think I would have been able to do that without all of my
All that. Yeah.
yeah. So the things I know now is really just the studying of myself in that sense,
Mhm.
right? So, but that's why I'm saying it's really to the person, depending on your background, to where you were raised,
And your
is going to
physiology,
change absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You know, like even look at an Asian's physique versus a white man's physique, or
Exactly.
or an African's physique. It's
yeah.
totally different, bro.
It is,
Like
yeah.
and it's how they built from whatever they ate.
Whatever region.
Yeah, it could have been more
yeah.
fish and rice in one area versus more chicken and cow in one. You know, so
Mhm.
those types of things. What you look at, I wouldn't be doing those fasting for 30 days. I really think it's dangerous. Genuinely, yeah. Or yeah, I mean, like, listen, you could go. I actually could believe in like if you go vegan or vegetarian for like a little bit and then go back to eating meat, but like don't disappear for like certain. But like taking breaks is good for your body too. It's like taking breaks from carbs.
Mm.
Take a break from like shit. Like maybe as a hunter you couldn't find meat for a month,
Exactly.
so all you had was the berries and the
Vegetables,
that your wife grew. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Like, and then you just go from there and you build from that. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. That's a good way
That's
to think
crazy.
about it.
Yeah,
right?
it is, yeah.
Simple. It's simple too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. This fucking dude. Yeah, you know your shit. You know your shit. I gotta give you that.
Thank you, bro.
I gotta give you that. I gotta give you that. So, damn.
Yeah, I mean, we should work out.
Huh?
We should work out sometime, bro.
For sure. Hell yeah. I got this UFC gym over here. I got a membership.
shit, word.
Bring you
Let's do
through and
it.
all that shit.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
That'll be lit. That'll be lit.
dope. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
We'll make a
second-
video. We'll make a video out of it.
For sure. Hell yeah. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Fucking So let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to ask you another question. So what can we expect from Lance Prince right now? Like what's the next course of
Perfect
what's
way
happening?
to.
What's
Yeah, this
happening?
is a perfect way to leave this. This is perfect. Yeah, this is
What's
awesome.
happening?
So, you guys can expect in the future, we got EP crash out season because it's about to be crash out season, and we got to be ready for it. So we got singles
Fucking
popping
crash
out.
season.
Absolutely, it's gonna be Crash Out season. Can you believe that?
Holy shit!
So I'm ready for it. So I got a Crash Out season EP. You feel me?
He's
we-
crashing the fuck out.
Yeah, we got fuck yeah, bro. We got music videos with it too.
Oh no shit.
2 music videos we're gonna have
bro.
cooked up.
Hey bro, I'm not in none of those videos, bro.
No, not at all.
Damn, bro, what's up, bro?
It's just me and bitches.
Hey, listen,
Nah,
you know what?
that's a bad way to say it. They're beautiful girls. They're not bitches.
They're not bitches.
They're not bitches.
They're not bitches.
It's just such a rapper way to say
that's
it.
a
So
that's the
disgusting.
rapper way.
So
That's the
disgusting.
rapper way. But we know the as respectful men.
Tisk on my end.
Yeah.
I'll catch myself. Lena would have already said it. I already know it.
You called them what? You called them what?
No, they're beautiful ladies. For real, beautiful.
For sure. Like, yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. Those are some of the records that I'm
Yeah.
mixing with right
You're gonna be mixing the whole EP. We got Crash
Oh,
Out
shit.
season. Yeah, so you're gonna finish it up. We have
For
that
sure.
coming out in the summertime. It'll be waterfall release, so expect the singles coming out. We got To the Moon and Back, the EP coming out July 1st. That's already ready to go, so you guys can enjoy that. And then and then more to come. I feel like Johnny and I we'll sit down and talk about it right after this one, but
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask.
but a good time to mention it now is July 25th, the Winner Table Live event. We're going to be at Alpha Wave Studios. About 200 people expected. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have our own podcast running. We're going to have girls, and we're going to have fucking beautiful music, dancing going on as performing, you know.
Type
We're going
shit.
to change it up. We're going to have a different style, different taste to a show style. And yeah, guys, pop out. Make sure you check out the tickets.
Pop out.
Hopefully, whenever you release it, we'll have the tickets ready for you to buy them.
Buy them. Shoot me the link when you guys post the tickets, so I can
Exactly.
put it in the bio of the description
Check
of this video.
that shit. Yep.
There's one more question, and then after, I want you to give the viewers some words of inspiration,
Fuck
you know, and all that stuff like that. This is something I want to know. How is it working with Johnny? Like I never. That's something I should have asked Johnny earlier. But how is? How's the?
You could ask him when he comes back on, I guess.
How's the? Okay, all right, bet.
Yeah,
Bet, bet,
but
bet.
I guess how's it working with Johnny? It's the best way to put it is it's like having a best friend
Mhm.
that you could work with and make leaps and bounds and
Mhm.
it's more than we're impacting people. The people are inspired by us. Like Johnny, wouldn't you agree with that? Like people are inspired by us, and so to be able to do that together, to be able to work together in collaboration with a best friend, a brother, yo, I love him to
Right.
death. This man's by my side. I know you got my back, bro. And like, yeah, it's honestly a blessing. It's the best way to
For
put it.
sure.
From what I even understand, and from what others have told me, you know, it's rare. It's rare and hard to see. They've told us. They've told both of us. It's hard to find people that both have the same goal, same vision that work. I mean, doesn't have to be the exact same vision, but rather a same goal, vision in a
In
sense.
common. Yeah.
Yeah, that you share in commonalities and yeah, we do nothing but work hard. So we also share that in common. And here we go, and we best friends at it too. So that makes it even better, and that's rare.
I
It's a
fucking love
rare
that.
piece
I
right
fucking
there.
love that. I always see y'all as like a no pause, but I always see y'all as like a pair. Pause.
Hey,
Extra
it's I'm a Jew about everything. That's the best way to explain it to Johnny. It's cheaper with 2.
It is.
So.
It is. So yeah, just like I said before, tell the viewers something of, you know, like inspire the viewers, like leave off with some words of inspiration and whatnot.
I guess, you know, let me recall that one quote I pulled before. You know, again, if you're struggling, if you don't know what to do in life, you know, you gotta find that challenge, that one thing that could possibly, you know, maybe it's something that you don't know for sure you like or love, but throw yourself into the deep water. See where you're at. See if you really got. Yeah, Johnny's fucking blind man phone, but but really see if you really, you know what I'm saying? See if you really want to swim. You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself into that challenge. Put yourself into that situation. Test your boundaries. And, you know, if you really feel like you have
Test your
nothing to lose, then I guess that's the best place to work from. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
And, yeah, guys, this is Lance Prince. You can find me, Lance Prince, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You know, you can find me Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you use. And, you know, check out everything. We
Find them on
Much love.
everything.
Shout out the Winner Table LLC.
Shout out to the Winner Table LLC.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lance. It's good
We got the
having you, bro.
Dano podcast also coming soon, probably a little bit after this one. So
Oh yeah, I was
check
on.
that
I
out.
was on the Winter Table podcast.
Type shit.
I was trying to surprise y'all, but he done said it. Fuck it. Hell yeah, I'm on the Winter Table podcast too. I'm gonna put the link into the bio of that too.
Much
Shout out to the
love.
Winter Table. This shit is lit. This shit is dope. Lance, once again,
We love you, bro.
I love you too, bro. I love you too, man. We're gonna get to work. We're gonna get to work.
Fuck yeah.
Y'all, that was Lance Prince. My name is Dano from Sounds of the Cosmos Studios in Rahway, New Jersey. Definitely a pleasure having him. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Check out the bio for my interview on the Winter Table podcast. We will be linking everything that these guys do in the bio of the video as well. Shout out to Juasis for the video work as well. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.
Cut that shit. Cut that shit. Like